Hello, professors! My group, Garen, including me, Kemika, and my friends, Natthawut, Jirawat, and Poptham. We were working on doing Python project as you assigned, and we have decided to do a two-player shooting game by Pygame because we think that university is kind of stressing. So we want to make something relaxed and fun like games. And the reason it is a shooting game is just because it is the style of game that all of our members have in common. Now, before we go deep down in the code, let us show you the gameplay first.
In this part, I'm going to explain how my Discord bot works in the code. First of all, for the library part, at the top of the file, you'll see that I import the Discord libraries and any other modules I need. This basically bring in the tools the bot need to connect to Discord and run commands. For the second part, I create the bot client. The client is like the main brain of the bot. It listens to event, handle commands, and manage everything that happen inside the bot. For example, this tree line. This intents tell Discord what the bot is allowed to see, like message, members, or reaction. And for the next function, onReady. This function runs when the bot connects successfully. Basically, the bot print a message to show that it's online and ready to receive command. Example like bot event. The next one is handling command. Each command is written as function. I decorate with the bot command or I use slash command like tree command. This tells the bot that this function should run when the user trigger that command. Like this one. The next one, inside the command. Inside each command, I write the logic. This can be reading user input, generating a random response, updating a database, or even sending embeds. This is where the bot decide what to do and what to return to the user. Example, if statement, loops, API request, database, or generating. Each command is basically a small mini program. Also, I using Flash. That part of the code create a web server. The bot can send information to the server and the server can store data or send the information back. This is helpful for dashboard setting or saving user data. Like this part. This one. And the last one, running the bot at the bottom of the file. As you can see, I run the bot using the bot token. The token is like the bot password, so it's gonna run my Discord bot. So overall, the code import libraries create the bot client, listen for event, define command with function, optionally connect to Flash for backend, and finally run the bot using its token. So right now, I'm gonna set up my Discord bot and connect them to the server. Okay, it's on now. As you can see, the bot is online now. So I want to show you the gameplay of our game. As the game starts, the bot gonna send a message. After one round, the bot gonna announce the winner and the total scoreboard. And for the final round, we have a winner. And the bot gonna announce the winner and the game has ended. Also, they're gonna delete the previous game score or the game results.
So this is game code. So first we start with initialization. First we import libraries such as Pygame, sys, OS and random along with custom Discord functions. Pygame is a core engine that handles graphics, sound, movement and events. We initialize Pygame in the mixer so the game can display images and play sounds. Next, constant and global settings. Next we define constant like screen width, player size, gravity, friction and FPS. Constant make it easy to adjust game setting later without searching through the code. For example, gravity control how fast the player fall, and player run speed control horizontal movement of the player. Next is loading assets. So we have two functions. First, load image. Load the image file and optionally scales it. And next is the load sound function, which load a sound file and set its volume. This function avoids repeating code and make assets easier to manage. It also loads the background music and sound effects for shooting, jumping, and hits. Next is setting up the screen and the font. So we create the main Pygame window using pygame.display.set mode and set the caption. We also create a font object so we can use that to draw text on the screen, such as health, rounds, and timers. The player class. The player class controls the character in the game. It comes from the pygame.rec, which makes collision detection extremely easy because of the rectangular hitbox. And inside this class, we store velocity in X and Y, directions such as left and right, the jump state, health, bullet list, the current image, the current sprite image, and the class also includes three important functions. First, update image. Change the sprite depending on jumping or moving direction. The shoot function. The shoot function creates a bullet and adds it to the player bullet list. And the reset function. The reset function used to reset the player position and stats when a new round starts. The bullet class. Bullets are also pygame.rec objects, so each bullet has a direction, speed, image, and an active flag. There are two functions for the bullets. First is the move function. Move function moves bullet pixel by pixel. If it hits a wall, tile, or goes outside the screen, it becomes inactive. And the second function is the draw function, which simply draws the bullet sprite. Next is the tile class and map generation. So we create a class called a tile, which will be used to create our map. And again, it is used the pygame.rec. And the create map function builds the ground and random floating platform for the game's fresh layout every round. Next is the collision function. So there are three of them. So first is the check collision, which basically checks the collision if there is one. And next is the check X collision. So it stops the player if they run into a wall from the side. And the check Y collision handles landing on platform or hitting the ceiling. Next is the move function. So it applies gravity, friction, movement limits, and calls both of the collision functions. It ensures that the player moves smoothly and realistically. The drawing function. The functions draw health bars, text, and interface elements. Next we talk about the game setup. So we create two player objects, generate the map, start the music, and send a Discord message that the game has started. We also initialize variables like round timer, win counters, round number, and game over flag. Next we will talk about the game loop. So first one is game over handling. At the top, the loop checks if the entire game is over. If so, it shows a game over screen, wait for R to restart, and continues the loop without running the rest of the game. Next is event handling and player inputs. So the loop process event like closing the window or pressing key to shoot bullets. And the player input check continuous key presses for movement and jumping for both player. Update phase. This is where physics, collision, bullets, movement, and health reaction happens. If a player is hit, their health decreases. Check round end. If a player health reaches 0 or time runs out, the round ends and the winner is selected. Drawing phase. Here the game draws everything: background, tiles, player, bullets, health bar, and text. And last one, round handling logic. If the round is over, the loop pauses briefly, announces it to Discord, increases the round number, and resets player and tiles for the next round. So next I will talk about the evaluation part. So first, the libraries we use. We use Pygame for core game development library for graphics, sprites, input handling, and audio. Sys we use it for system-specific function like exiting the game. OS used to handle file paths for loading images and sound like the load image function and load sound function. Random generate random position for platforms. Request send HTTP post request from the game to the Discord bot. Discord.py Python library for building and controlling the Discord bot. Flask web framework for hosting the Discord bot HTTP server to receive game announcements. Asyncio and threading enables asynchronous Discord bot communication and concurrent Flask server execution. Next is the amount of work. Our code have 600 lines of code and more than 10 functions. And difficulty is challenging because the combination of Discord.py, Flask, and Pygame in one project. Each library works differently. Pygame runs a real-time two-player game, Flask handles a server, and Discord.py sends the game result to a Discord channel. Making all three run together at the same time is what makes the project both interesting and difficult. Programming concepts. So we use concepts like tuples for the color, loop for the game loop, and dig for the key press, for example. Organization. We use this function to avoid repetition, such as the load image function and load sound function, instead of calling it one by one. And next is the references. So there are mainly two references. So first one is a Pygame tutorial. That is a YouTube playlist. So we use it to be the base of our code, and it adjusts it to be the two-player game. And books for references. Python สำหรับ data science, data visualization, and machine learning. And second book is คู่มือเขียนโปรแกรมด้วย Python. We use this to apply to our Discord and to connect the Pygame with our Discord. And lastly, we did use some of the AI for help and debugging some parts of the code, combining with the application of the tutorial and the books. Thank you.